Welcome to this poster session. It's Creative Assistive Technology Solutions. My name is Alan Cantor, and I'm a Toronto-based job accommodation specialist. I deal with high-tech, low-tech, and no-tech solutions. And I'm going to show you 3 different examples. The goal of the session is to spark your imagination and creativity around job accommodation, just to stretch your ideas about what can be done and how. I think of accommodation as new physical, cognitive, and neurological habits that people develop. First example, an alternative way to select text. The employee is a financial analyst who has an anxiety condition, also mouse injuries. She's returning to work after a long-term disability. And one of the things she needs to avoid is precision mousing, because that aggravates both the mouse injuries and can trigger an anxiety reaction. So her difficulties were, in particular, were selecting cells in Excel and selecting text in Microsoft Word. The solution that I came up with for her was to introduce her to how to perform the selecting task using only the keyboard. So I proposed to provide her with coaching. The outcomes were that she did not need to do any kind of precise mousing when using Excel and Word. These methods were also faster and more accurate. The cost to provide this accommodation, the coaching, was about $400. Second example, an injured health club employee. He had a shoulder injury, which was limiting how much he could reach. But one of his jobs involved removing heavy towels from an industrial dryer. I found the solution by wandering through a Home Depot. I found a metal meat hook with a wooden handle, plus some vinyl tubing, plus Sugru, which is an epoxy, a silicone glue. I fed a piece of vinyl over the meat hook, cut it off, then used Sugru, which is soft and spongy, to hold the vinyl in place and to provide a protection on the end so that it wouldn't scratch the inside of the dryer. This is what it looked like in the end. The cost of materials for this laundry rake was $25. Labor was about $100. And the third and last example is for an alternative way to drag the mouse. The employee is an administrator who has limited arm mobility and uses a joystick mouse. One of the tasks that she does often is that she has a 2-monitor setup, and her job involves taking one window on one screen and dragging it to the other. But for her, dragging is very physically demanding. It's also cognitively demanding, and it leads to error. A drag can take her up to 5 minutes to perform. The solution I came up with was a macro. Macro is a software shortcut. It's activated by a hotkey. Could be a function key like F1 or F10. In our case, we used Control+2, and the 2 is just as a mnemonic to say, oh, there are 2 monitors, so this is how we're controlling the 2 monitors. So how it works is that she presses Control+2, and in a split second, the window goes to the other monitor. She presses the hotkey again, and it zips back to the other side. The details of this accommodation, using a program called Macro Express, which costs between $50 and $70. It took about 30 minutes to create the macro, and the outcome is that, well, she's been using this for the last 15 years. It saves her, I estimate, between 20 and 30 minutes per day. So the productivity saving, I estimate to be about $45,000. So the goal of this session has been to spark your imagination and creativity when it comes to job accommodation. And if you'd like to talk more about job accommodation, please feel free to give me a call or to contact me. My telephone number is 647-542-5098. My email address is alan, A-L-A-N, at cantoraccess.com, CANTORACCESS.com. Thanks for coming.